Hi, okay, I'm Tara Rittler and I'm with Tulsa Kids Magazine. And today I'm here with Brianna Cameron, who's going to be in Tulsa soon for the Tina Turner musical in May. So we're going to chat about what it's like to be a young performer on the road and what it's like to portray young Anna Mae, who eventually is Tina Turner in the show. So hi, Brianna. Thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you so much, Tara. It's so nice meeting you.
You too. All right. So could you just start by telling us a little bit about yourself and your theater background and how did you end up in the Tina Turner musical?
Well, I started doing a lot of theater and auditions, stuff like that, when I was about 4 to 3 years old. And my family is actually a lot. My family has like music, like they do music, and like my uncle, he plays the sax, and like I feel like I got that from my family. So I was just like, I love that. At such a
Mhm.
young age, I just grasped it, and I was like, I kept going with it because like I loved it so much, and just listening to music made me happy. And I said, okay, if I listen to music, then I'm gonna make music to make other people happy. That was like my one thing that I wanted to do when I was young, and I just kept doing that. And I auditioned, and then I got this audition, and I booked it.
That's amazing. So do you play instruments as well, or do you mostly?
Yes, I play the piano.
Okay, fantastic. And some of the music you listened to that you remember listening to early on, did that include Tina Turner or? Um,
Um, I no, not really, but I feel like this tour has really opened my eyes to such a triumphant woman, and like her story is amazing, and I feel like listening to her music every day, I feel like it's making me know more genres. I'm learning more things that I didn't know before, so it's really an eye-opening experience for me.
yeah, what are some things that you've learned through being so exposed to her?
To be yourself, to be honest, that's really what the story is about, not trying to have expectations for another person.
Mhm.
Um, like Tina, she, even though, because she did love Ike, no matter what he did to her, she always loved him because she was that type of person. She loved people, and she never wanted to make anyone feel sad. She always wanted to bring joy out to the world. And I feel like in the beginning of the story, she saw that what Ike was going through, and she just wanted to have a type of expectation to be perfect around him, not make a voice crack when she's singing.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what I got from her. Like after Act One, she realizes that she can't be a people pleaser. She has to be herself. No, it doesn't matter what happens, what's going on. Just be yourself, because when you be yourself, me personally,
Mhm.
things go better. And that's a main lesson that I've learned from being on tour and from this story. And also another thing is to have fun, because I feel like if you're just like, okay, don't mess up, Brianna. If you make a voice crack or you mess up a note, you're gonna be in trouble. But I feel like, to be honest, everybody has their days. It's fine if you make a voice crack. So
Yeah.
like, have fun,
Mhm.
and like, to be honest, just relax and do what you love, because personally, I love singing and giving joy out to the audience. Like when I first started the tour, I was just like, oh my God, I'm about to do this. And I feel like it's such an amazing experience to let the world know that I love them and give joy and excitement and love to the world.
Oh, that's wonderful. And those are some really important lessons that you're already learning. I love that you are doing what you love right now, even at a young age, by being part of this tour.
Thank
Um,
you.
and that's really neat because you mentioned that you wanted to do music to spread joy, and that's also a motivation that you have. So you have that connection. That's really cool. Um, has it gotten like, do you get nervous before you go on stage, or has that changed now that you've been on tour for a bit?
It has changed. I actually feel like sometimes I get nervous, like if like a family member or like an important person is in the audience. I sometimes tend to get nervous, like, okay, Brianna, your family or your dad's watching. Try and do even better than before.
Mhm.
But like nowadays, I feel like I just go out there and give my all. And I really don't care what happens. I just love what I'm doing, so I'm just giving it my all and enjoying it at the same time. So not really. I don't really get nervous anymore. Before I did,
Yeah.
because this is my first when I first started. This is my first tour that I got to be in front of a live audience.
Mhm.
And some theaters, there's like a full book house, and sometimes it could be like 45,000 seats, I think. So
Mhm.
you can imagine being nervous and knowing that there's a full house and a
Mhm.
billion, like thousands of people are watching you. So like when I first get nervous, and also for the big cities and big theaters, yes, sometimes I tend to get nervous, but like once I do it for the first time, I say, I'm good. I'm totally fine. I got this, Bree. You got this. So not really. I don't really get nervous anymore.
Yeah, well, that's great. Is there anything that helped you when you did get nervous, or is it mostly just like do it and then then you know you're gonna be okay?
Um, my cast. They're very sweet and generous and loving. When
Mhm.
I did my debut, when we go out for bows, everybody taps their hands on the floor to like to show love, because that's a theater thing actually. And I was so surprised because this is my first tour, and I was like, oh my god, I've never done this before. And I feel like all those little tiny things that they did for me just made my day and made me feel like I'm in an amazing space and there's people around me that love me. So I don't need to be nervous, because if something happens, they're going to help me. And our stage managers, our company managers, our cast, we're all here for each other. So at the beginning, a little bit, because I was like, so many new people. Oh my God, Lord help. And then I realized that everybody's so nice and loving and caring. So I was like, I'm fine.
Yeah, that was one of my questions down the line. So how have some of the other actors and actresses like helped you and supported you, and like maybe what have you learned from them since you're there as a young actor?
Um, to be honest with you, I learned so much from our cast members. They really guided all the kids on tour, and like they took us as their own, literally. Like our Zelma, her name's Roz White. Um, she doesn't even call us our names anymore. She just calls us our kids, her kids. Like literally, that's the bond that we have now, because
Mm.
she's taught us so many things over the way. The things that she taught us is like deep breathing before our cues. T- um, relaxing your body.
Mhm.
Ways to calm yourself down when you're nervous or like scared. Like like it's so amazing to know that I have such heartwarming and loving people around me. Um, our Ike, Dion Fort Lee. When like people, I don't know how, but he knows how when people are not feeling happy at all. I don't know how he does it. It's crazy. He just guesses that we're not feeling good that day.
Uh,
So
is he able to
um,
help through that,
like
or?
he just gives us a hug, and that's literally all he does, and
Yeah.
it just makes my day. He's so sweet, and it just makes me happy. Like, when you get a hug, you're like, oh, this feels so nice.
Mhm.
That's literally what I feel. And he doesn't just give you one hug. He literally lifts you up and he says, listen, you're my child now. We ain't playing these games. I'm
Oh,
gonna give you a hug, and you're gonna be better. And it's so nice. I love it so much,
oh,
and it
that's
just makes my day.
Mhm.
Our other cast members are swings. They might not have a lot of time because, again, their swings are doing a bunch of other tracks while saying they're just one role, but they're doing a lot of tracks. Um, they always just say hi, just a simple way, saying hello, how's your day, makes
Mhm.
people happy. Like if you're just walking down the queue hall, like and about to go on your queue, and you just see a bunch of people and nobody says hi to you, you just feel down. But like when people are there and like they just wave to you or like just say hello, how are you, love you, miss you, how are you doing today, just makes you feel good inside. And those are like the little things that my cast has done for me. And
Mhm.
all those things just build up to this big ball of happiness to
Yeah.
me.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm glad it's been such a great experience. I was gonna ask, so how long have you been touring now? How long have you been with this?
A year, I think. Yeah, it's been a year. It's been a year.
Great. Okay. And so you're in your bio it says you're a fourth grade honors student. So what is it like to be doing this major production and then also I assume keeping up with schoolwork and what is that kind of like on the road?
Well, the main thing in my eyes is having a strong support system,
Mhm.
because they help you and guide you when you need help. My
Mhm.
support system is my family, my teachers, and my friends, and also sticking to like a list or sticking to what you need to do is also very important.
Mhm.
Like some tips that I do, tips that I implement, is like waking up in the morning, stretching your body, getting outside, eating healthy food, staying active,
Mhm.
um, drinking water,
Yeah.
those little things, like, especially with school, like you wanna like my parents, my mom's a nurse and my dad's an engineer. They already know. They're very on top of me with school.
Mhm.
Um, so me personally, I am on top of myself with school. If I get something lower than an A, I'm just mad. I'm so mad. So I'm very strict with myself, and so is my parents. So what my parents did, my parents did for them, kind of led on to me. It's gonna leave on to my children. So I feel like just knowing what you need to do, setting a list, and sticking to it, and following directions are the three things that I like to do because it just causes problems if like you have a list that you need to complete and you don't finish two things and then they just keep adding on. It's just kind of too much for me. I can't do it. So I love having a support system and sticking to my list and
Mhm.
sticking to what I need to do.
That's great. And I love your suggestions just to eat healthy and drink water. And that's very good advice for anybody. So yeah, that's fantastic. Okay, so do you mind telling me a little bit about, so after you auditioned and got the role of Young Anna Mae, what are some things you did to prepare for the role? Like, did you do a lot of research into Tina Turner's life, or what were some things that helped you?
Well, first off, I came in Atlanta and I was very shocked at the moment. I was just like, wow, in Atlanta, the
Mhm.
Fox Theater is a very big theater. So the
Okay.
first thing I did when I got there is the company meeting.
Mhm.
And they introduced me to everybody, and and they said, okay, there's this new person. Her name's Brianna. Got to meet everybody, and then I saw the show for the first time. And I think the show gave me pretty much all the research.
Yeah.
When I tell you, the first time I saw the show, I was in all the moments. I cried. I was laughing. I was singing. I was dancing. I was doing everything you could have ever imagined. It was so funny. Um, and like personally, that day, I don't think research really wasn't my priority because my research was literally the show. It
Yeah.
was right in front of me. All the things
Great.
I needed to know was right there. Um, it was so magical, and I'm grateful that I get to portray such a legend now because she shattered barriers against all odds and became one of the best-selling artists of all time. And listen, that's a big deal there. That's a very big deal.
Mhm.
So just knowing all these facts helped me um get ready for this legend to be such a legend and um portray an icon like Tina.
Yeah, that would be an incredible experience to watch what
Yeah.
is already a fantastic production, but
Yeah.
watching it as someone who's going to be in it. That's
Yeah, because I was like, that's anime. Oh my god. I'm gonna do that scene. I'm gonna do that scene. I'm gonna sound my own solo. I was like literally living in all the scenes. And
yeah.
it was hilarious too. Like it was sad, funny. It was like bittersweet moments. It was crazy.
Yeah. What is your favorite sing or like song you get to do?
I would have to say Proud Mary.
Mhm.
There's no way I can't say any other song. And the reason why I'm saying this is because you could feel the energy literally pumping. Like, it's crazy. Like, everybody's so excited. The crowd is roaring. Tina's singing, and then all of a sudden, Tina is like singing with the guitarist, and then all of a sudden, Young Anna Mae comes out, and it's just this pretty beautiful moment that like young Tina and older Tina is experiencing together, and that's so beautiful. Every time I do that scene, I just like I'm so excited to go out because one is my number one favorite part of the show. Like I get to like go off and I get to do whatever I want with the riffs and runs, and I get to express myself to the crowd. It's so beautiful, and I love doing that. Like I said earlier, I just love giving love to the world. So if there's any way I could lend a helping hand to people, I will do it. And singing is the way that I do it. So that is definitely my favorite part of the show.
Oh, that's so wonderful. And do you get to talk to people sometimes after the show and hear their reactions and what that meant?
Yes. I remember, I don't know where this was, but I think this was my last city that I was in. There, after the show, because normally backstage people come after the show like to get autographs and stuff like that. Okay. There was like maybe a 7-year-old girl, and when I tell you this girl is so cute, she has a Tina wig and a cute little glitter dress. When I tell you, I was so shocked, and of course I had to take a picture with her and give her my autograph. She was so cute. I don't know how I didn't see her in the crowd, but like when I tell you, this child looks so cute.
Oh my goodness. And
I was so happy
by you and everyone.
No, and like seeing young girls being inspired by me is like something that makes me so happy. Like personally, I never thought that I would be helping young girls cope with growing older and like having this experience to teach other children how to be this person is I'm so thankful that I could do that and guide these children and help them grow, because being in the show, like I know for a fact that when I saw the show, I was looking up to the other young child that was playing anime, and I was like, wow, she's so talented. And I got to see her, and I told her, thank you. You did such an amazing job, and you helped me. I loved it. I love that. That's beautiful. And like now that I do it, just walking outside and seeing children just makes me so happy. Like I'm so serious. I just see children and I run to them. I don't even look to anybody else. I just look at the children and I'm like, children.
Oh my
God.
goodness.
Like that makes me so happy to see kids. Yeah.
So that's one of my other questions. So what advice would you have to maybe other kids who are interested in doing musical theater, pursuing this kind of?
First things first. Believe in yourself. That's the number one thing. Also, if you don't want to do this, it's fine, but keep working. Just keep working. There's going to be rough days where you have to wake up early to vocalize and then do an audition and then send in a tape and then you go to something else and then all that nonsense. But it's worth it. It really is worth it. Because I had to do that to the other roles and this role too. It's hard work. It really is. Nothing in life is going to be easy. You always have to keep working and be competitive with yourself. And also another thing is to love yourself and give yourself love, self-care. Because like if you're just worried about when to send this audition in, or you got to memorize this script, or you got to memorize this song, that's not going to help you. That is not going to help you. You have to worry about yourself sometimes, because self-care is something that I love. Like just putting on a face mask or just taking a longer shower just makes me happy. So like if that makes me happy, it's definitely going to make other people happy.
Oh yeah.
So self-care, loving yourself, believing in yourself, and also praying to God, asking him and thanking him for blessings, because it's like so many kids audition for many roles and when you book a role, you have to be thankful because it's hard to book roles sometimes because like there's so many different kids and it's hard for directors to pick. And when you get picked for a role, you have to be very thankful because
Mhm.
there's a bunch of kids waiting to be in your position, and you have to be very thankful for that. And I'm very thankful that I get to be in this production because I'm telling a triumphant woman's story, and I'm able to tell it with this fantastic cast.
Mhm.
So I'm thankful. So when you book a role, be very thankful because it'll help you along the way. Because there's so many opportunities, and every role, every gig that you book, other doors are gonna open.
Yeah.
That's literally always been for me. Like I didn't book a role, I booked another role. It's fine.
Yeah.
Nothing's perfect. The world is not gonna be perfect for you. Just
Mhm.
do what you love and enjoy your life because you only have one life to live. So just enjoy it and count your blessings and be you.
That's wonderful. So what are some of your goals for the future? Or like what would you?
I think I'm just gonna let God lead my path because pretty much that's literally what I've been doing my entire life. And
Mhm.
he's just been guiding me, and I've been doing amazing. And I thank him for doing that for me. I got to be on Ziwe, the Michael Collar show, the Jennifer Hudson show. I was on the Lego Broadway musical.
Mhm.
Musical. So many different experiences. He guided me through them, and that's very eye opening. Like to see all those little things building up to
Mhm.
something bigger. Because when I booked my first role, I was so shocked. And that role, my grandma and my mom and my parents, we were all praying that I booked this because the directors were loving me. My agency was telling me they really love you, Brianna.
Mhm.
So keep working on it just in case you book it. And I worked on it a lot. I put my all into that audition for the Lego Broadway musical. That was my first role that I booked.
That's
And I feel like God really just guided me through it. He really did. And I appreciate that. So I'm going to just let him keep doing that for me
Mhm.
and follow my dreams and keep bringing joy and love to the universe and the world.
That's a great answer. And you're, yeah, working hard too as you're doing that. So doing wonderful. Okay, I guess last question. Well, first, is there anything else you'd like to add? And then also just so the Tina Turner musical will be in Tulsa. I'm going to look up the dates, May 14th through 19th. So is there anything you would say to people who are considering, maybe they haven't bought their tickets yet? What would you, or but they're thinking about it, like what would you say to encourage them to make that decision?
You are going to have an amazing time. This story
Mhm.
is a triumphant, show stopping story. Like all the songs, all the scenes, you literally will have so much fun. No matter what's going on, no matter how sad, how happy they are, you will feel a way and you will feel good inside. And also, at the end of the show, don't sit down. Get up on your feet and start dancing. Because I see a lot of people just sitting down waiting, like when Tina's gonna say, "Get up on your feet." But if you see the lights start flashing and people and Tina starting to dance, like just start dancing. So get up on your feet and have fun. Enjoy your life because you only have one life to live, like I said earlier.
Mhm.
And also have fun.
Yeah, I love that. I was going to ask earlier, do people sing along with some of the songs, or is it pretty much like probably not?
No, people do sing along with the songs. And What's Love? When I hand over the mic to Tina, because there's a wig change there for her to get into her What's Love wig. It's so cute. I love it. There's a lot of people just like, oh my God, you're about to sing What's Love. I remember one city, someone was like started screaming because they saw the wig and they were like, like, oh my God, people really love this song. It is one of Tina's iconic songs, so of course people are gonna love it. And yes, people will sing along. I remember after I handed over the mic and I ran out, I just hear this one lady, because the lady was right here and I just went off here. I just said, "What's love got to do? Got to do with it?" And I said, "Okay." I literally said that. I said that so small. Because I can't scream it out, but I was like, "Okay," because she sounded, she sounded good. So like, yes, people do sing along. It's so fun to sing along because it gives you even more energy to do even more. Like in Proud Mary, keep on burning. When I sing that part, there was two maybe 11, 12-year-old girls in the audience. I don't know how they learned this part, but they were singing it with me.
Wow,
So
that's
it's
amazing.
yeah, it's very amazing to see other people sing with us because it makes us happy. Like, okay, you like it? I'll give you more people.
Yeah, that makes sense that it would feed into that, and just to know that people are so connected with her story and music is
Yeah.
special. Well, yes, was there anything else you wanted to add, or we really appreciate
No, I'm good. Thank you so
today
much, Tara. It was so nice meeting you.
too, and we're excited to have you and the whole cast in Tulsa, and so glad that the Tina Turner musical is coming here. So enjoy the tour, and thank you again.
Thank you.
All right, goodness.